Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of celebrities who have landed themselves behind bars. Once protected by fame and fortune, these stars are now facing the harsh reality of their actions. From minor missteps to major scandals, let's take a look at who's doing time and why. Martha Stewart, a name once synonymous with perfection in the eyes of millions of Americans. From exquisite recipes to dreamlike home decor, she built a lifestyle empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But on a fateful day in 2001, that halo began to waver. What could drive a woman who seemed incapable of error into a financial scandal that rocked both Wall Street and Hollywood? The answer lies in a small yet infamous stock trade, a decision she might later wish she'd never made. On December 27, 2001, Stewart sold 3,928 R.O.T.T.I.N.G shares just before the FDA rejected its cancer drug, sending the stock plummeting. She pocketed $45,000, a trivial sum compared to her fortune. Why sell at that exact moment? Coincidence? Or did she know something hidden? Investigators didn't buy the chance explanation. They uncovered she'd received insider information from Peter Bakanovich, her stockbroker. One call changed everything. Peter Bakanovich, Stewart's broker at Merrill Lynch, also worked with R.O.T.T.I.N.G CEO Sam Waksal. He revealed Waksal was dumping shares before bad news hit. It was confidential intel, but Stewart acted on it. She called it a smart business move. The law called it fraud. Did she grasp the gravity, or did she believe her fame would shield her? That secret thrust her into a storm, with investigators determined to pierce her perfect facade. In 2004, Stewart's trial became a media spectacle. The public hung on every testimony, her unwavering gaze. She faced charges of securities fraud, obstruction of justice, and lying. But her attitude stunned all. No remorse, no fear, just fierce self-defense. Was it confidence or arrogance? Did she believe she was innocent? Or was she gambling her reputation in a high-stakes game? The trial unveiled a very different Stewart. The verdict struck a blow to Stewart's pristine image. 5 months in Alderson Prison, West Virginia, plus 5 months of home confinement and 2 years of supervision. Entering prison, the Queen of Luxury donned a prisoner's uniform, confined to an alien space. What happened behind bars? Rumors swirled she taught inmates jam making and gardening. True, or a crafted tale to preserve her image. Either way, Stewart refused to let prison define her, turning it into a challenge. In prison, Stewart worked in the kitchen, scrubbed floors, and tweaked meals with small tricks. Did she regret it or see it as a hurdle to conquer? Released in March 2005, she emerged with an ankle monitor and a confident smile, as if finishing a grand project. Prison didn't break her. It seemed to forge her stronger. What secret kept her spirit intact through those dark days? The scandal didn't destroy Stewart. It made her tougher. Post-prison, she returned to TV, teamed up with Snoop Dogg, and reshaped her brand. From inmate to icon of resilience, she turned a fall into a springboard for success. How did she do it? Unshakable confidence or a hidden plan? The public marveled, yet wondered, is there more to this story, a piece she's concealed beneath her flawless exterior? Reflecting on the R.O.T.T.I.N.G scandal, one wonders, was Martha Stewart a victim of circumstance, or did she deliberately cross a line to test her limits? The $45,000 she saved pales against the cost. A tarnished reputation, prison time, and relentless scrutiny. But perhaps for Stewart, it wasn't about money, but power and control, proving she was always a step ahead, even if it led to a dead end. Over 2 decades later, it's just a dramatic chapter in her life, a badge of survival. Yet beneath that perfect veneer, does she hide an untold secret, known only to her and Alderson's walls? R.O.T.T.I.N.G, Chris Brown, a name once likened to the new Michael Jackson, with his explosive musical talent and mesmerizing dance moves, remains an enigmatic and controversial figure in the entertainment world. From the pinnacle of fame with hits like Run It and Forever, he quickly became a focal point not just for his music, but also for scandals that leave people wondering, how could such a dazzling star fall into such a dark spiral? Let's dive deep into this story, where glamour and shadows intertwine, to uncover what truly lies behind Chris Brown's charming smile. The world was shaken in 2009 when news broke of his assault on his then-girlfriend, Rihanna, another shining music icon. The night before the Grammy Awards, an argument in a car between the two escalated into violence. Leaked police photos revealed Rihanna's face covered in bruises, her lips split, and her eyes swollen. Haunting images that were hard to believe came at the hands of someone adored by millions. Brown later pleaded guilty to felony assault, receiving 5 years of probation, community service, and mandatory domestic violence counseling. Yet the question that lingered was this a rare stumble or merely the beginning of an uncontrollable pattern? The answer seemed to unravel over time. After the Rihanna incident, Chris Brown's name became synonymous not just with music, but with a string of troubling allegations. In 2016, a woman claimed he threatened her with a gun at his Los Angeles home, sparking a tense 9-hour standoff with police. Though he wasn't convicted due to insufficient evidence, the incident fueled doubts about his true character. Then in 2017, his ex-girlfriend R.O.T.T.I.N.G was granted a 5-year restraining order after accusing him of threatening to kill her, backed by menacing texts and voicemails. Tearfully, she recounted how Brown had punched her in the stomach and pushed her downstairs, details that sent chills down spines and raised the question, what turned him into this person? The intrigue peaked in 2020 when an anonymous woman, Jane Doe, filed a $20 million lawsuit alleging Brown drugged and raped her on Sean Diddy Combs' yacht in Miami. She claimed that after drinking 2 drinks he gave her, her body grew heavy and she became too fatigued to move, after which he led her to a private room. Although the lawsuit was later dropped due to her lawyer citing insufficient information, the story left a lingering question. How much truth remains buried beneath the stage lights? Strangely, despite the mounting allegations, Chris Brown's career shows no signs of slowing down. He still sells out concerts, boasts over 144 million Instagram followers, making him the second most followed male artist on the platform, and continues to release successful albums. Is his talent simply too great to be overshadowed by scandal? Or has society unwittingly granted him an exemption pass no one dares to acknowledge? Some argue that Brown's traumatic childhood, witnessing his mother being abused by his stepfather, shaped him into someone unable to break free from a cycle of violence. But is that a convincing justification, or just an excuse for fans to keep supporting him? Chris Brown's story isn't just a scandal. It's a mirror reflecting how we grapple with the dark sides of our idols. Is he a victim of his past or an unrepentant perpetrator, a musical genius or a latent threat? When the stage lights dim, what will remain of this mysterious tale? Perhaps only time and truths yet to surface can provide answers. What do you think of this man? A misunderstood star or a mystery we're not ready to face?